We've got powdery mildew in the greenhouse. So today I would like to talk to you about our powdery mildew treatment for squash. Our treatment for powdery mildew is copper fungicide. Because we're using this in the greenhouse, the instructions say to treat twice a week for 2 weeks until it's under control. And the mixing instructions include 1/2 ounce to 2 ounces of the concentrate to a single gallon of water. So we've got a gallon of water here in our pump sprayer, and I want to get this sorted out, so I'm going to go ahead and use 2 full ounces. After you've got it mixed up, it's really just as simple as applying it to all of the affected portions of the plant. I will spray this on the front and the back surface of that leaf and make sure everything, especially where you can actually see the powdery mildew, is coated. We are in a greenhouse, so I'm going to do this twice weekly for 2 weeks until everything is under control. Check out that spaghetti squash. When you find powdery mildew, you will often discover there is a lot of dense growth and the plant is not able to get good air circulation and sunlight to all the leaves. That is going to give that powdery mildew a good environment in which to grow. To be proactive, you want to prune. Any leaves that are touching the soil need to come off of that plant. The leaf touching the soil is going to hold moisture against that leaf, and it's creating an environment for that powdery mildew to grow. So get it up, get it out rather, get it off the soil, remove it from the garden. Do not put these leaves in your compost or you're going to spread that powdery mildew back into your garden. Here is our zucchini squash. You can get the powdery mildew on these as well. They're not inside the greenhouse, and I generally don't have a problem with them out here. We also prune so that you can see into the plant. This is good for several reasons. It's going to make it easier to see when you've got a squash in here that needs to be picked. You won't have those massive squash that you don't know what to do with. It allows you also to see the squash bugs when they show up. A little easier to take care of them. There's fewer places for them to hide, and it's going to make your job of eradicating them a little bit easier. Most importantly though, and back to the topic here, is it allows air and light to get to the plant, which is going to help cut down on the amount of powdery mildew that you're going to see. Prune and remove any leaves that are touching the ground and also have powdery mildew on them. Get them out of your garden entirely and dispose of them either by burning or putting them in a refuse bin that's going to be removed from your property. Treat with a fungicide. All right, I'm getting the back side of these leaves now, and I know there's a lot of home remedies that people say that they use for dealing with powdery mildew in a garden. And I don't know. I know that this copper fungicide works. We also use it, by the way, to help mitigate the damage of early blight on our tomatoes. I know it works. I've already got it on hand, so that's what I'm going to use. I would be interested in hearing what home remedies other people use and how much or how little success you've had with them. I'm open to other ideas and other things, but I know that this works. This works for us, so I haven't experimented and tried anything else.